No secret, it's the meat. Don't skimp on the meat. I got a real good eye for prime meat. Runs in the family.
Carnivore wanna start a war. Sandwich celebrity got the dirty draws. Married to the game with no prenup or clause. Making every ass thing, nigga, no charge or charge. We got the meat. We got the meat. We got the meat. Hey, we making every ass thing. Got the meat. We got the meat. Sometimes you gotta do a friendly fist. Hello and welcome to this week's inaugural for the 5th time episode of the Meat Podcast. And I am your furry friend. Well, not furry, because I like to, trim and manscape and keep shit kind of like, smooth. Because, bitch, you know what I mean? Because that's how it's got to be. Because I don't like taco meat and shit in my mouth. Anyway, I'm your host, Kevin Kaoz Moore, man. Some of y'all might know me from, doing some rap shit back in the day. Some of y'all might know me from doing some slap a bitch shit here recently. I don't know. Oops. But then, others just know me for being a pretty cool guy that, has a vision, has been through some trauma, and is trying to work through it every single day. You know what I mean? And you guys are coming along with me on my journey. Get it? And tonight, for the inaugural, for the 5th time. Excuse me. One at a time. Read your script.
One at a time?
Excuse me. Sorry, everyone, but there seems to be a disturbance. Some trick, one trick pony motherfucker is in here, trying to this motherfucker has sage and shit. He ain't got it wrapped up. It's off like a bouquet. That's right. Like he's doing some smudging up in here, like he's spiritual or something. Man, but this motherfucker, you might know him from a couple of songs that came off a couple of my albums, namely, what's that called? The Love Kill, my really problematic domestic violence anthem, I guess. It's very problematic. I kind of want to pull it from all digital providers, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just so, and I don't condone violence. Yeah, that too. As well, you might remember that ditty, My Boyfriend's Got a Boyfriend. We're looking for some more friends. Tell you what I'm thinking, party on the weekend.
Hello.
So yeah, he's the guy that made the beat, man, and he's just this little. You thought I was short? Oh, it's my nigga though, Facey. Everybody say hi to Facey. You better know something. God damn it! So why don't you tell the audience about you? Let them know. I don't know where the microphone is on this moment.
Yo.
Just do it.
What it is, man. It's your boy Facey, man, from the 612. Fucking around with Chaos, Kevin the Chaos, more, get some more. Get it right. You figure out here. Right. Oh, and don't forget catch me if you can. That was the first. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of a dynasty. That was the top. The diamond. You can't be stopped. The diamond on the top. They try, but they can't stop. Of the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Sphinx. It's the Sphinx. There's definitely more to come. That's how we doing. Okay, that's your 30 seconds. All right. Hello, Kelly. Hey, everybody. So yeah, that was Facey with his bitch ass. Yeah. But he's just gonna be doing a little bit of witty banter with me. He's just accompanying me on this journey with you all. And for one, real quick, since some of y'all it's probably your first time coming, into contact with this beautiful artistic offering entitled the Meat Podcast. You know what? Before I go any further, let me explain to you what MEAT means. This is an acronym, all right? Okay. And it stands for Making Every Ass Think. Genius. You get it? The meat is all about making you think and making you think long and hard or short and decisively. You know what I mean? But the object of the whole thing is you're going to be thinking about some shit once you end up tuning out of here for this episode and all the episodes to come, because we are some silly people and we like to really dive into the issues sometimes that are really plaguing our society as a whole. We're in the information age, you know what I mean? We're in the age of enlightenment, so some people seem to think this is. However, it does seem like a very hefty part of the population is not getting enlightened at all. It's like you can take a bitch out the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park or the projects out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Golly.
I mean, am I lying? I mean,
this is true.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, but I think I'm still sitting down here on this couch.
Conformed. We're conformed.
Conformed to what? Why don't you elaborate? Because I don't think you know what you're talking about.
conformed thinking. You know, for years we've been taught how to think or what to think or
we've been indoctrinated
cool
and shit.
What's not?
Yeah,
the isms.
The isms,
they call
the
it,
Americanisms, man.
The old divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, yes. Yeah. And they still to this day, it's a tried and true, tested act that gets the job done. It's very efficient.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think more today than
ever. Yeah.
The hierarchy of language
power
and power that's being dispersed and distributed through our communities is at an all-time high.
Well, a low for us. It's at an all-time low for us.
Right.
And and that's what we seem to always kind of poke our heads out on the other end of the low part. And it's like, I don't know, with the ascension of like people like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar, these poets who actually bring light to certain aspects of us. It's like they put the mirror on us. I don't know if you heard the new Kendrick though. You know what I'm saying?
I have not yet.
Oh my God. It is something to behold. But anyhow, they still have this level of truth telling in their storytelling that is unmatched, and it's to me most effective. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, it gets the Grammy. It's just Grammy worthy stuff, but it also gets your ass in the the Pulitzer. You got fucking Kendrick the Pulitzer. I mean, he's being on another level, or at least trying to expand to those heights. That's what we're all about. Making every ass thing.
Has anybody seen Most Def?
I mean, well, he's podcasting right now.
Has anybody seen?
He's podcasting. They're supposed to be coming out with another Black Star album. Actually, yeah. Did you hear what I'm saying?
They never got a Grammy.
Did you hear? Yeah. How come they didn't? Everybody, why KRS One don't have a Grammy? They're gonna be like, he's like African Bambaataa, put his fingers in the niggas' booties and shit. I'm like, okay, look, y'all.
What was it, 1 or 2? I mean,
I heard it was the ganga boonga doo.
Gang.
Okay, so yeah, that's what that is. So this usually the meat as a production, as a space for us to discuss, what the fuck is going on out here. We have sections, okay? So think of this like a dinner that you're at, right?
Okay.
You go in and get started with the appetizers, okay? That's just, your little shooting the shit, like kind of what we're doing right now. Right. Maybe bring up a current issue, such as the fucking midterms and politics. And I don't want to talk about it because I don't know what the fuck to say about it. Or, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know, movie, something like that. Anyway, talk about those things. Then, we come back for the meat, you know what I'm saying? And the meat is the crux, the epitome, the corona.
The aha moment.
It is the pinnacle. It is the flagship. It is it's the anchor of the show. Okay, it's the main topic. It's the fucking beef of the discussion.
The juices and berries.
I just said flesh, rotted animal flesh, meat.
Juices and berries, man.
We're gonna keep it meaty today, okay?
Definitely.
So after we enjoy that, get a little, your belly is all distended, you start farting and stuff. That's when we get to the, pop culture shit and, talk about music, okay? And that's gonna be in the dessert section. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes, by the time you get to dessert, you let out the poops from the earlier, you got you some coffee. It's getting stuff going down there, you know what I'm saying? So, we'll talk about that kind of sweet stuff. And, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably end up featuring some local queer artists, in my reviews, because I don't think motherfuckers really, for one, be reviewing the queers enough, because we make music that is just as commercially viable and actually successful as our whatever the fuck counterparts. Because guess what? A lot of us start out as non-binary, I guess, artists. We're like, we're no sexual until, you know what I'm saying, you either get the video or, I say it on a song, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so there are a lot of people out there that love licking the parts that they have.
Ooh, my.
You know what I'm saying? But they are writing some of the most beautiful and brilliant R&B and hip hop shit that you've been hearing in your whole life, probably since y'all's lifetime's only been for the last 20 years or so. Right. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
What is one sexual...
So desserts.
What is one sexual
desserts
interest have to do with making good music?
It does not. And you know what? And that's not to veer off into that subject, but we are going to talk about that soon. But it has nothing to do with the artist or how. That's my whole point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of people, it's like, little do you know, bitch. Like why y'all hating on Lil Nas X. Right. Still, your favorite. It could be Devontae Swing. It could be Casey JoJo. It could be fucking, Tank. Yeah, right. It could be any of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, some of them, the best. I'm not saying those people I just named, but some of the best R&B writers. Anyone, the coldest motherfuckers. They be family. The thing that y'all seem to forget about artists is that they're artists. And when you're an artist, your mind and your way of thinking and seeing the world is kind of totally different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like a snowflake. It's like snowflake thought. Now, of course, we fall in the line with other shit. We conform with certain things. If we want to sell paintings or sell our artwork in some circles, then we conform to whatever the rules are for those. Sometimes some of us go outside of the box and are lucky enough to still be able to be appreciated. A lot of others, it's career suicide. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? There's always the duality. There's two sides. You know what I'm saying? There's balance that needs to be made out here. All right. So anyway, to get back to what the fuck I was saying and breaking down like the sections of this thing, then we have the last section, which is kind of like either you can look at it as a final thought. Okay. Or you can look at it as, the section in which we give props or give roses to something or somebody that we feel they need to get their props or their roses. And whatever that, they do. So, that's pretty much the 4-course. Is it 4 courses? Something like that. Yeah, meal. You know what I'm saying? Not full, but 4 of them. We got 4 of them up in there. The more substantial, the parts you look forward to in your meal whenever you go. You know what I'm saying? These are the parts. The last section is called Send That Shit Back. I forgot to say. Send that shit back.
Send that shit back.
Send it back.
I don't want it.
We don't need that shit.
I don't like it.
Work on it again. Tweak your recipe.
There you go.
Come back and see us next week. Knock a couple dollars off of that motherfucking prices, and then I'm gonna get some people up in here. You know what I mean?
Said clearance.
So thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us again here in Kevin's Chop Shop, where we love to talk about and take some bites out of some meat.
There you go.
I don't know if that pause. But anyway, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We gotta pay these bills, bitch. And I gotta pee too. And we'll be right back though. Alright, it's the meat, bitch. We should talk about.
She just be shaving.
Nah, nigga.
Get them three whiskers. What? It's coming to you.
I need to talk about all the problematic songs I made. This should be the apology episode where I apologize for how my art might have hurt people's feelings in the past. My old records. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to take this stuff off the motherfucking streaming platforms because, girl, well, you know what I'm saying? I already don't get. Oh, how did this shit start recording? I didn't even know that. I already ain't getting paid for the motherfuckers. Hey, everybody, welcome back to an episode of The Meats.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, you fucks. Anyway, I think we decided that we were going to talk. I'm going to talk a little bit about reparations in a sense. Or rectification, redemption. I don't know what you want to call it, but see, this is the soliloquy. I mean, this is the conundrum I find myself faced with. You see,
talk about it.
So I'm very aware over the years, you know what I'm saying, as artists grow, sometimes, the way that you talk one year, the things that you think or feel one year, the things that even are one thing. And then, as you grow, you come along, you have experiences, you get in arguments, fights, whatever, lose friends, maybe lose a gig or two. Then you start to learn some stuff. And one of the things that I learned is that language is very, very powerful. That we must be very careful and intentional with our words. And so I know over my career, I've had moments in which I have thrown out any type of couth when it comes to watching my language. So I a lot of times will say things that might have been okay to say. Well, they were never okay to say, but, were more socially accepted, say like 10, 15 years ago versus now. And I think everybody has that challenge as a person in America aging, you know what I'm saying? Especially now in the internet era, you know what I'm saying? The era of all this information and all this access to information.
Yeah.
The kids now don't know a world that, saw like, say like Connection Time for, you know what I'm saying, the internet and shit, you know what I mean, or really have to worry about the speed when it comes to certain things, because it shit just goes lightning fast, and that's all they're used to, is just this world where computers are accessible. They're either in your phone, you're in your house, your parents got one, whatever.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, and you know, just that access, you know, that portal into the rest of the world, you know. And I think when I decided to come out of the rap closet back in 2010, and I started dropping my projects now as the new and improved, you know, RoboCop / Kevin Kaoz, this new monster of an MC, you know, that it spent some years grinding on that poetry circuit, you know what I mean, getting the live performance thing down, then, you know, getting into the studio and finally learning that shit, working that, and then once I finally got a hang of it, you know, hit the ground running, and I just started dropping shit, right? And you remember that whole process when we were making my first mixtape and like my first album. And there was some songs, like, okay, for instance, there's a line that I say in Sleep. Okay. All right, I say I breed rhymes like a macho fucker video. My words skeet skeet all over your pretty hoe. I gets busy, bro, wasted with the blizzy rolled. Yeah, blizzy roll. Decision better listen. Show respect what it's given. I shall not make a living bickering with former women or their colleagues. Now that line right there, bickering with former women, you know, it was like, I think, you know, the intent behind that at that time was kind of on the in hip hop language, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of, I think, alluding to the fact that, you know, if you were a former woman or, you know, something like that, that made you somehow weak, or, you know what I mean? Somehow not as dope as me. Right. And that's problematic. Right. So that's one line that I wish I could take back. But it's out there in the universe. And, you know, a part of me learning this year, you know, finally sitting down and learning this year how to engineer my own shit and how to, you know, create beats from the ground up and record myself, is so that I can go back, re-record some of my stuff, you know, sans lines that I know would be deemed as offensive or, you know, were kind of off-putting. So anyway, until that happens, this is what I can offer you guys. Me apologizing, saying I know that I said these things, I'm acknowledging them. Some of this language, I should have put a trigger warning up, you know what I'm saying? Some of this language may be still offensive to people, still, you know, bring up fresh wounds or, you know, re-inflict trauma, but know that I'm doing this out of a love and respect for you, you know, my fellow community members. No matter what your identity is, or if you don't subscribe to either, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have learned so much. I have had so many friends that have, you know, called me on carpet about things, you know what I'm saying, when I needed to be called on carpet about stuff. And that in turn made me more equipped to do the same thing when I would hear it in my circles. You know what I mean? Because Facey will tell you, like, if I ever hear anybody saying some, you know what I'm saying, stupid ass shit about, you know, anybody that's like, you know what I'm saying, underrepresented, you know what I'm saying, right? Let's talk about that shit. And you know, I know it can be kind of hard sometimes trying to always educate people and shit. Right. But I do want to say that I appreciate every last person that has educated me over the years and has been patient with me. You know, I've done songs with plenty of people. I mean, I've done songs with people in the trans community. I love you guys and gals, and, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Right. Like, we're all family and we all are struggling. So that was one place I saw it.
To me, I don't know. I don't apologize for shit. If I said it, I meant it. So, well, fuck you. If you ain't get it, you ain't get it. Well, it's but I know, like, for you, like, to go to backpack on what you were saying is, you know, if they understand you or really know you or understand your craft and what you're doing, then they would get it. You would, you know what I mean? Like, they understand that you're not, you know what I mean, not specific.
That I don't mean that.
Somebody's head about their choice of gender. you're saying it in a metaphorical way,
right, and
to make a motherfucker think about, right, that's
but that's the thing. See, me as a Virgo though, and me as a Virgo,
but we shouldn't I'm
over analytical like that anyway in the first place, and so
me personally as a Libra, like I think deeply before I say something.
Right.
I mean it. I'm not gonna say it.
Right.
So,
well, I will say this about myself and about kind of the gift of that I think I was given by nature from my biological father.
Right.
Because I've always heard nothing but horror stories about how he had like the wickedest tongue, blah 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 blah. So now I see where I get that nastiness from.
Right.
But one thing about me being in the Virgo mind, I do think about stuff, and sometimes I do think about it after I say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, since I'm constantly like reflecting and trying to bring shit inward, because that's really how I kind of operate. I try not to put it all out there into the universe. I have to deal with it here, in my cellulars, and then I, disperse it once I process some shit. And so when I'm like tossing around in here, it's like, okay, dude, I have to put myself in the audience's shoes. That's part of being an artist. You know what I'm saying? It's putting yourself in the audience's shoes and knowing that, you have this power in your hands or in your words or in your cadences or whatever you get in there creating, that it can truly affect people. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody is just as passionate to see that same line and say, oh, that's a cold ass punchline, then there's somebody that's on the opposite end of that that's saying that punchline was at my expense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or an expense to my identity. So even though, no one ever checked me about it or nothing like that, I'm just saying, I know I said it. So let me just, just get ahead of it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Let me see. What's another song that could have been?
But then again, that's going to be like we would have to apologize for everything.
For a lot, no, not everything, because
everything. I mean,
everything
like every punchline. There's somebody on the other end of that. So we.
Well, but again, we're intelligent human beings, and there's a way that we can still convey that same message.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we thought a little harder, or maybe got a little more clever, we could think of another way to say it that won't do that. That won't feel that bad to somebody. Right. That's kind of like the whole. Okay, so on Kendrick, I'm going to give you an example. Kendrick Lamar's new album. There's a song called Auntie's Diaries. So the song is basically about his transgender aunt. Who's actually a man now, and like the refrain is like, my auntie is a man now, blah 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 blah, and he just explains this whole situation. And the thing is, in his storytelling, for one, he makes sure that when he references the aunt and after transitioning, you know what I'm saying, that he's calling him he, you know what I mean. So and that's like some really aware shit as a straight. Cis male, you know what I'm saying, to like still be that respectful or even aware of the fact that, okay, you refer to them in the present tense, even though you're reflecting on the past.
Right.
And so when he did reflect on the past, he referred to his aunt as his aunt, you know what I'm saying, in the feminine sense. Right. And so like, but I was on Twitter and a very well-known trans artist, you know what I'm saying, I was like, and I'm loosely quoting this, but it's something like, and you got to talk about, it was something about the way that he talked about transgender people in that song. And it was really like, it was like, I could tell that by the kind of hating in their words, it was like, yo, you didn't really listen to the song. Like, because that's the thing, if you're a rapper or if you're a person that makes poetry even, then, you would see that he was setting all of that up for the overall point of the fucking song, which is we as a culture and as a community have to undo all that shit that we're taught as kids, using words like faggot, you know what I'm saying, talking about, you know what I'm saying, people, even when people talk about people in our family, they might call them a faggot or something like that, and then, we get in on laughing too and shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying, because we're not thinking about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, okay, that this shit is way bigger than, you know what I'm saying, your little mind can comprehend. And two, if you are that person, you know what I'm saying, like that's just really, really hurtful. And so basically by the end of the song, what ends up happening is he says how his auntie living her truth, you know what I'm saying, and then becoming a dude or whatever, that inspired his cousin that they used to call faggot You know what I'm saying? That inspired him to live in his truth, which was to be as transgender.
Right.
And so, like his cousin and his aunt, you know what I'm saying? They both switched, and then it ends with them being in church on Easter Sunday, and the priest said, "Oh, he said this one line about how his auntie's older brothers, like even before and after, they was always trying to fight him." And you know what I'm saying, make fun of him because he pulled more hoes than they ever did, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you think about it too, like, okay, yeah, if some tomboy came up around a whole bunch of dudes, you know what I'm saying, they'd be fucking with her about that stuff, whatever, blah 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 blah. And yeah, she pulling all the bitches and shit. They'd be salty as hell, you know what I'm saying, and they'd be hating ass motherfuckers or whatever, and flipping on your family, you know what I'm saying. On top of that, so. And it's just, he was just making all these references to where the older people were teaching them how to be homophobic and shit like that.
Right.
And that, you know what I'm saying, he had to come to this place of understanding. He asked the preacher when they were in the church, because the preacher said something about, you know, he's just going through some things right now, you know, whatever, it's still a phase or whatever. And so he basically puts this question up, kind of like, okay, well, is this shit supposed to be all about love and your neighbor, loving your family or whatever, being of God and shit, then we shouldn't be looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to be embracing them and shit. And like, what the fuck? You shouldn't be ashamed. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like this aha moment. And then basically he was saying that the aunt had made him, the way that it really made him understand it was, they said something like, oh, you can say faggot. No, the cousin said, you can say faggot all you want to, but as long as you let another white girl that you let on stage say nigga. Or something like that, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of like, that's loosely the point. What it came down to was like, okay, yeah, you motherfuckers, and the whole album is basically a mirror to our community and like all of our hypocrisies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How we're all fucked up in the head about some certain shit.
Learned behavior.
And and until we break that cycle of trauma, you know what I'm saying? We're just destined to keep making the same mistakes.
Exactly.
And man, that shit is so, man, he's it's brilliant. But I'm saying all that to say that person, you know what I'm saying, that was like criticizing him, and I'm sure it was only on one listen, because this was like early in the morning when they dropped. So it's like, you know, you listening to it just on the surface,
and it goes back to the instant gratification.
Yeah, that's like the instinct is to just be like, oh, okay, well, he's talking about trans people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's another Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? It's a big difference, because Dave Chappelle, let's talk about that even for a second. Dave Chappelle.
It goes back to the whole cancel culture and all that shit too. It's like we're so quick to try to judge something before we actually understand what it is or why this person is saying what they're saying. Right. You know, and then you got motherfuckers out there that just want some type of limelight. They just want to be in the mix of something and they want to say a little 2 cents and you got motherfuckers riled up about a whole bunch of nothing.
And you got some
they don't really even understand. You know
right, true. But then you got some comedians though. Look on the other side of the coin. You got some comedians who really ain't that funny, and they gotta do something like have a community that they pick on. Right. Because notice that since all this, you know, he's always been a controversial, you know what I'm saying, person or whatever. When it was just the nigga shit, nobody had a problem with that, and all the niggas laughed along with it. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And so, but with comedy, you know what I'm saying, and that's the thing. You can't apply those same rules to everybody because it gets a little deeper for other people. Right. For black folks, it ain't shit. Nigga, Whitey been making fun of your ass this whole fucking time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers learn how to get over that shit and keep on keeping on. And it ain't that deep unless they're actually conform. Keep your head down and shit. And it's not like unless they're physically coming to assault you. You know what I'm saying? They're not affecting you in any way. Right. So, but this other thing though, you know, the more he gets up there talking about their plight as if it's something to be mocked, or if it's like they don't really exist or they're not human. Right. You know, niggas out here, you know how they, they get messages from motherfuckers, and who they view as people that know shit, or you know what I'm saying, they're leaders or whatever the fuck. Right. And I'm sorry, I mean, sometimes that shit gets dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because your words can incite some shit and some really weak-minded ass nigga out here that's been told his whole life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, this woman, that blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? You pussy ass nigga. Yeah. All that kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I know, a lot of times the biggest homophobes and bullies be swishy as shit themselves. I mean, be on the bottom end of it too. Like, love to get big dick.
Just shut the door.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like pink as hell. But you want to sit and talk about somebody else just because they, maybe wear their shit a different way on it. But like, what the fuck? You so worried about other niggas? That's gay.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
so,
like a true comrade of mine, man, told me, man, look, only a faggot have faggot thoughts, right?
Right.
And what he meant by that was
if you're worried
about something, right?
Yep.
Then obviously there's something in you
that's
saying,
going to be in that shit.
Yeah. Oh, you're afraid I'm gonna like it, so I have to run from it, or I kind of want to know what it is, but I've been told not to, or you're underlining or down-lowing. There's something in you that makes you feel incompetent or inconfident about yourself.
Right.
So because a person that's totally confident in themselves and their ability
they wouldn't
to know
care.
They're not worried about what you do.
They wouldn't care.
You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, a motherfucker that truly know themselves and with themselves and love themselves is gonna praise you for loving yourself.
Exactly.
And, yourself.
And will hang with your ass like it ain't nothing. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what real G does. And that's why you don't find too many of those dynamics when you go out there and you see, like, say, gay people that have maybe straight friends, or you know what I'm saying, like a girl being close, having a real, a gay friend and shit like that.
Right.
Them motherfuckers be itching to pull them girls away from them, you know what I'm saying, when they come in your life, because it's kind of like, oh yeah, that they'll fucking, hip you to all the tricks, because they're still men at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking if it was a gay male, or if it was, you know what I'm saying, somebody that was a, lesbian or a femme or something like that, same thing on that side, you know what I'm saying? But society even
on the flip side,
I was gonna say, even society makes it okay for lesbians or woman on woman in this very misogynistic and sexist male-dominated culture. It's okay to be that.
Right.
But as soon as you're talking about a little boy getting molested by a man or anything that's gay or anything like that, then everybody gets their hands up all up in this tizzy.
Right.
Not think about the fact that bitch, you really do look pressed. Being worried about that shit, because y'all should know, just like everybody else, that ain't shit Lil Nas X can do on that fucking television that can turn your kids anything.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then you can turn them right back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By showing them Princess and the Pea or whatever the fuck, Beauty and the Beast or something. If that's the case, nigga. But it don't work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know it don't work like that. They know how it was when they were growing up.
And scientifically, the more you try to keep somebody from something, the more they're going to want to know about it. So, you're actually harming them or
they're harming themselves by repressing themselves.
You're actually giving them more fuel to want to see what it is and see what it's about by trying to keep them from it instead of educating them about what they're seeing or what they're being opposed to or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what, dude?
But even though that goes both ways too, though. Because if you're straight and you keep a super clean place or you like dressing a certain way or whatever,
people are gonna start calling you gay.
There's a phobia that comes
you metro.
You must be a little bit.
But as long as you
both ways, it's like, okay,
as long as you can perform though.
Well, whatever, because I like wearing a pink shirt, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, little. But I mean, but that's all ignorance. It is. It's ignorant
as fuck, and even that right there can get undone as soon as y'all see that gay ass metrosexual nigga macking some bitches at the bar. Then you know what I'm saying? It's different because it's like, okay, well maybe you do like pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, all's well. He's just a little metro or whatever the fuck.
My concern is why the fuck
is you worried about it?
Why is that?
Why you want to go to the powder room all the time with somebody else?
Why is that your concern?
Like let him be. Let's breathe.
God damn it.
Okay, if y'all still there, oh yeah, you still there, baby. Hey, but it's time for us to take a little break. We got a little off into some shits, and I gotta keep attention with this time. So yeah, we're gonna come back, y'all. Oh no, I want to invite you all to the discussion. How about this? How about if you have anything to add to this? Or if you have any questions, concerns, or, resources that we can help to give the community to help combat homophobia and bullying, you know what I'm saying? Please make sure you share them with us at themeatpod@gmail.com. Again, that is themeatpod, P-O-D, at gmail.com.
That's the G and the mail.
I will read through those joints. Select some of the best ones or the most constructive ones. I'm not taking any homophobia or hate in my mail. So if you want to call with all that bullshit or 4-letter words and stuff, then I will suggest you eat a dick in advance and choke on it because you have no chaser. Okay.
Cool. We Will Smith and niggas around here.
Well, yeah. Well, we was Will Smith and niggas before Will Smith was Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. In a minute we gonna be coming back with a little bit of dessert, for you sweeties. For you sweeties. And then we'll have a final fucking send that shit back moment. So
got it.
Thanks, and keep tuning in to the meat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, stop. And we're back on the meat. I just had to ask Facey, what we gonna talk, Facey? What we gonna talk? And I think we landed on the community chest. I'm just making that up. Monopoly. That is the game that all parents need to teach their kids first and foremost. And they should have refresher courses every fucking month.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that would have happened, a lot more of us probably would be wealthy right now.
Exactly.
However, we've got a lot of government cheese and a lot of dust to show for it. However, we gonna change that. We just want to make your ass think.
Fuck the ramen noodle culture.
Fuck the ramen noodle culture. I toasted that. Clank. Here goes. This is our first sound effect of the season.
God damn it.
So I have this thing for creepy, cerebral, ethereal, meta, horror.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Horror movies, flicks.
Okay.
Things of that degree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The gore.
That's gory.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. So I don't know. Some of you nerds out there, okay, you may be aware that this year will be the final installment of the Halloween series, the new Halloween trilogy.
Oh, really?
Because it's like they make a trilogy or something every 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A new one. And so for this one.
Only in the summer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this October, this Indian summer, you will, he's back. And this is the last one with Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. So she's gonna be no more. They're doing away with the storyline and everything. So this is supposed to be the last final one. Did you see the last one?
Like what, 98 now?
Something like that, 1998.
Is she like 98?
She's like 1,998 years old.
164.
Yeah, she got that. She using that Activia though.
Yeah,
that's that probiotics.
Activia,
probiotics.
Keeping it clean.
And speaking of which, to keep your coo clean, you get the Pure pill for men. That's Pure, P-U-R. You can find it at your local. I don't know. I think you just got to order it online. But anyway, it keeps your pipes squeaky clean. So I've been told. Anyway, so where does
anybody see my?
Oh, Halloween. So it ends this year. And the name of the film this year is going to be Halloween Ends. Because there was the Halloween remake that came out in 2018. Right. And that's when, Jamie Curtis, she had the shotgun. She was doing Sarah Connor. Right, you know what I'm saying? Then they had the Halloween Kills that came out last year. That's the one where he his body count. My nigga. Right. Did you see that shit? No. Dude, he killed about 60-something people.
That's it?
Nigga. None of them other niggas who killed that many motherfuckers in one fucking movie. That's it? Never. Leatherface, none of them niggas. Yeah. No, but this last Texas Chainsaw, you seen that one on Netflix? Yeah. That bitch. Now that nigga, he was real, but that's for another episode. But the Halloween Kills, though, that nigga fucked some people up. And he was fucking them up. He was giving them unnecessarily gory ass. This, you never seen Michael Myers this nigga was killing niggas. Right. I mean, tons of them.
He came a long way.
First 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He wiped out a whole fire squad.
Damn.
The whole team, my nigga.
God damn.
They had to, carry flags around this. Yeah, opening scene. This shit broke all up.
Right.
And he got out the fire. How the fuck do you?
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my nigga. So anyway, this year it's supposed to be the final showdown. Laurie Strode is gonna go to hell with her brother. Oh, you know what I mean? Because she said, "I'm here for the motherfucking smoke, bitch. I am." Ooh, nigga.
Gotta be a cheaper way to get a 10.
Sibling rivalry. Fuck you. Fuck you, commie. You fucking commie scum. Oh, but I'm looking forward to that little bit of cinema. I'm also looking forward to the Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah,
there's going to be a new installment to the Evil Dead series. Yeah. You know, the remake, the reboot that came out in 2013, I think. Yeah, that shit was amazing. It was amazeballs. It was one of the most brilliant reboots in modern history. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Brilliant.
What was the movie with the dude that couldn't see?
Daredevil.
No, the motherfucker that couldn't see.
Oh, and he was. They tried broke in his house, and he was. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Yeah. That shit was hardcore too. They got part two, right? Because he's still blind, right? Yeah. He's like windmill in this town. Like,
I think his niece is deaf now. So
right. So, oh, she be like, you be my eyes, you be my ears.
With Braille and
you know, and yo, no shade to people that are differently abled. I am an able-bodied person, and I understand that I'm speaking from a place of privilege.
I love all y'all.
Shout outs to everybody who maybe has different abilities. Yeah. And shut the fuck up. And we are. We are here for you, and I'm here for me, and I'm here for the smoke. No, I ain't say that. So yeah, that's as much pop culture I feel like talking about right now. Anyway, one more little break. I just gotta take one more little poop, and we'll close this bitch out with we'll send some shit back to the chef because I think they back there smoking crack. All right, love it. The meat. Yeah, take a bite, bitch. Wonder Twins unite and welcome back.
Yeah.
Where's my applause at? Take it off, nigga.
Wait a
minute. My boyfriend here. So we gonna send some shit back to the motherfucking chef, okay? Now this is one thing that's been really grinding my gears for the last month or so. Y'all niggas know about that Oscar shit. Y'all already know. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's done think pieces on it, all that kind of shit like that. Look, I'm gonna just break it down for you really swift and really quickly. Okay? Will Smith, notice how you ain't heard shit, ain't seen shit, nothing like that. That's cause this all was a plot that was conceived, directed by, coordinated through a Mr. Tupac Amaru Shakur. And I will let me plead my case.
God damn it.
So all this stuff over the history of this time between, they all say, Tupac's the one that got away. I'm talking like Jada now. Tupac's the one that got away. Whoa, he's my friend. Oh, every birthday she's like, I dedicate like Brandy. I dedicate.
God damn.
Oh, Tupac, you were the realest. You're the realest girl. They only got two pictures together. They show the same two pictures every fucking year. Oh, I miss you, Pac. When he was around and Will Smith was like killing Hollywood, was the one nigga that wasn't cursing on his songs and was getting the Grammys. Niggas was salty. First rapper to get a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was salty. Now he was in that position where he should have courted or caught him a catch like Jada Pinkett. You understand what I'm saying? Because she was in her prime. She low down dirty shame. She the one making short hair, short hair chicks. Oh, now everybody like, ooh, yeah, cut your hair off, girl. You don't need no weave. You know what I'm saying? All right, but still, the bond, the Tupac thing, and there was this whole point of contention when he was around. She wanted them to get together. She wanted them to be friends. But just like any alpha male that is in the presence of any other alpha male, you know what I mean? Or in this case, let's say we have Mr. going from simp to nothing but not limp, you know what I'm saying? Right. And we got, this nigga that's hardcore exterior, but just as soft as a little pussy on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Tupac over here, right? But to the world, you know what I mean? They were polar opposites though, right? True. And one was the thugging one, and one was the, kind of like, he's a sucker. You know what I mean? Right. And so people have not forgotten about that. And over the years, they've been teasing this man about that shit. Oh, yeah. Especially when it got to the point in which their private life came out.
Teasing Will?
Yeah, teasing Will.
About
just his marriage.
Jada's love for
Pac. Jada's love for Pac, for one. That nigga dead. He been dead for 20 years.
Right.
And she's still lamenting him like he just died last year.
Has it been that long?
It has been that long. I mean, Faith Evans don't even be doing no dedications all that deep. I mean, I'm for real. I mean, she had some gangster love with that nigga. Yeah, she fucked Tupac, but that was because that nigga was fucking, you know what I mean? But we know how that is. Okay, so anyway, let me just stay on topic. So, my theory is this. See, because they had their little moments, it was respect between them, but it wasn't that I liked you respect. It was that, okay, you was the nigga that came before me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I can't do shit to break that bond. Right. I'm not going to try to do anything to break it because that's just going to make her hate me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just play it. I'm going to do my part. I'm playing my part.
I understand. It probably wasn't that.
It probably wasn't that cut and dry, but you know what I'm saying.
Poly wasn't that.
Oh, Palu. Well, poly wasn't a word yet.
It wasn't a word yet.
I don't think it was. I mean, and if it was, people weren't using it. It was a little known thing. But I'm not saying that that's what it ended up being. Okay, so look, stuff happens. Pac started running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He get his nut shot off, whatever. He got to go to jail. He got to go to jail. He got fucked in the booty and shit. We all heard about that. And then he get out, and Suge Knight, his sugar daddy got him out of jail. Allegedly. And then all of a sudden now this nigga done forgot that he was born in New York, wasn't he?
Harlem.
But now all of a sudden he was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so then whatever happened to him. Okay. Yeah, and so in that thing that left a void, you know what I'm saying, in the hip hop community. Mm-hmm. It also left her without her best friend. Okay. Right. So the years have gone by. He's become like a mega millionaire, super booper duper star. Like at one point was the highest paid motherfucker man in Hollywood, which is a feat. No, he's not. No, he ain't. I think per film, yes.
Yeah, yes. Per film, he is.
Well, now he ain't longer. Not after the slap. He ain't doing shit right now.
Right.
He ain't doing shit. So, and I don't think it's like since that Twilight nigga came out, or one of them other motherfuckers. No, the white boys got it back. Because Tom Cruise ended up getting back when he started doing Mission Impossible, and after that, you know what I'm saying, it's been the white guys ever since. But anyway, so yeah, and so now bring us to when we got talk, or when they started to open up their life and their family, because they had no choice. Because guess what, Jaden came out doing what he does, how he does it. Mm-hmm. Willow came out doing shit how she does it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Both of them are very great artists in their respective fields. For Jaden to have been, raised in a place of privilege and with a rich ass father and shit like that all these years, that nigga still got some soul. He know how to make music. That nigga, he rapped. I mean, he's a good ass motherfucking artist. You know what I'm saying? And I would even argue that he outshines his father as far as skills go. Jaden, yes. Okay. Yeah, you got to get into his stuff. His stuff, like he's that little boy is smart. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, the thing that don't connect is the fact that we all know that he was, you know what I'm saying, raised by like the power couple. Right. And so, it's like there's a level of experience in hip hop that we come to expect from our artists. And, we know that he don't have that. So, but the kids these days, they can kind of relate to that because, he talking that shit that the kids be thinking, you know what I'm saying? Right. But maybe don't have the words to say.
Today, I don't know.
I think
today is
like
way
snitches.
Different. Like, when we was coming up, motherfuckers in hip hop was really from the streets. And
there was G's. There was G's.
Really G's. And they could really talk about the culture. Nowadays, motherfuckers is got to, they buying in to the culture.
Yeah, and they making the street gang every day
Migos,
for every.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
hey, whoa.
They're not from the streets.
They think they are, though.
They're not from the streets, but they're selling the image.
You see, they tried to run up on Joe Budden. When they tried to run up on Joe Budden that time, I was like, hey, man, y'all better watch out. I mean, because at least this nigga, he gonna hit you with some bars. And if he ain't gonna fight you, he gonna hit you with some raps. Y'all niggas can't out rap this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But y'all still, the kids these days, they grab, they want the fake thug. They want the 6ix9ine. They want the Tekashi 6ix9ine. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, but I didn't want to veer off into that. So anyway, bring it back. Okay. And so, then we, the rumor was always out there that they were a swinging couple. Okay. It's always, I remember it from his back as far as I can remember. His second movie, like when he supposedly did that kiss that he didn't want to do, that male kiss in that one movie. I think it was a 6 degrees of separation. And he still didn't end up doing it, but it was just such a big deal because he refused to do it. And then you had the black people here talking about, that's how they emasculate you, blah, 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 blah. Just, unless you do something like that, the Hollywood ain't gonna whoop, whoop, whoop. And, Will Smith being worried about his image at that time, he's blowing up on Fresh Prince. And he ain't want nothing to fuck it up. So he didn't want to be the one caught on camera kissing no dude, whether it was for the art or not. Right. And then that makes sense too, because he wasn't an actor. He wasn't a natural born actor. This was something now he was just getting into. Right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, all that shit happens, but he ends up shortly after that movie becoming the biggest star in Hollywood. Yeah. Nigga had a fucking really good run from the late 90s through the like 2010s. Yeah. I'll even say 2010s. Now, during this time, there was all these rumors about their little marriage and shit. So they go to swingers parties, or Jetty got her a side piece. Will got him him and Dwayne Martin supposedly were lovers, and that's why. And that's why Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell broke up supposedly. Yes. What? Yeah. Oh, where the fuck have you been? What? Man, listen, it's so much grease. What? So anyway, yes. That's what I'm saying. So there's all this shit that's happening behind the scenes. I mean, we all know that Hollywood is the gateway to hell that it is, right? Yeah. And so I can't put none of this past none of these niggas. Right. But just hear me out though. Right. So, there's all this going on. Then enter August Alsina at the time in which they had their little
entanglement.
Yes, the entanglement. Will Smith didn't, for whatever reason, he didn't want to lay it down. He's like, girl, I'm getting tired. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing that 3 rounds a fucking night anymore, shit, bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking this eugenics. It's I got my testosterone, but come on, man.
With my new vitamin water.
Right. So you might have to, get yours. Get yours, my nigga, because that's the type of love we got. See, and I think that Will, through the primary part of their relationship, has been more of the yes, ma'am. Whatever my wife wants, she can get it kind of person. That's been the energy that he's exuded to me. But however,
then being in Will's stance too.
Yes.
Will's the motherfucking man.
He is.
He ain't got no problem getting no pussy nowhere at no time.
He got people tossing it through the phone. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's not worried.
So he's not worried. Well, you ain't gotta be worried.
So okay, so give him that. However, how the fuck ever, niggas, niggas. And I'm talking about niggas, us. Niggas, fans, the regular motherfuckers out here that are supposedly the ones that come and support you, right? The ticket buyers, the lowly peasants, you know what I'm saying, that come and give you all the money, but don't see, how broke they are.
My last 36.
Hell yeah, but I'm gonna go see him in that robot fight. God damn it. I want to see him fight that robot. The Fall to Earth with the sun in that one movie, and then it just flopped. But you know what I'm saying? So time goes on. This shit starts popping up, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers already now had them little shits about their marriage before then. Now that they actually, because they're transparent people and they got some integrity about them, they fucking open up and share that shit with the world. No problem. He's not as prime no more, so it's not like he got to worry about shit. That's kind of like Queen Latifah choosing to come out now. Right. We were saying the whole time, hey, come out, girl. We all know you got, you know what I'm saying? But y'all shut the fuck up. Let me get my money real quick, bitch. And when I no longer can get that money like I was before, the natural progression is to go ahead and be free. And so that's why you saw now 20 years later.
You mean when pantsuits went out of style?
Oh, shut up. But Spanx never go out of style, though. And Spanx, they just do more from pantsuits to Spanx.
What happened to show that? Never mind.
So then you got this now, you know what I'm saying? Now Will Smith's on that part of his career. Where, you know what I'm saying, that where both of them are really, because Jet ain't did shit with however long, and he, you know what I'm saying, it's just slowed down. He's not
a rock band or something.
Yeah, she had a rock band for a second, but that didn't go too far.
Yeah, okay.
But Willow did it, and she's great.
I just heard her in a song.
She be going off. She's very alternative. You know what I'm saying? And remember, the first song she came out with was R&B, hip hop like a motherfucker. But she's like, no, that's not really me, Dad. Right. You know what I mean? And
with my hair.
And that's right. And so, and the thing is too, and again, that reflects so good on them as parents. Like you just raised 2 brilliant, and not to count the son he had before, these 2, you know what I'm saying? Y'all raised a beautiful fucking family, and these motherfuckers are smart. They got it going on, whatever the fuck. Jaden moved out when he was 16. He said he liked licking dicks, and you know what I'm saying? He dates girls too. Well, yeah, he came out the closet and shit, all that. He's like is he? He considers himself is it non-binary and pansexual? I think it's one of those 2. Because he was the one that said because he said me and Tyler the Creator are boyfriends. That's my boyfriend.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they was.
I thought that shit was just like a little joke. Big sales.
Read between the lines, nigga. Hollywood tell you everything.
I did see something where he was like on stage.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Without the N on it. That's my nigga. So the entanglement happens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Me, I'm looking at it like, okay, that's still some honorable shit, because guess what? Him as your man, as your husband, allowing you that space for you to go and get your thing plucked by a young, viral beefcake of a nigga. You know, that's of course kind of on a downward trajectory in his career. So, you know, you think you keep it low key. You know, good. And I'm sure he was getting an allowance. I'm sure he was. You know what I'm saying? However, he saw the money bags behind letting that story leak, because I'm so sure that a part of the conversation was, hey, we keeping this,
right?
You know, Will's bending over backwards, really allowing you to do this shit. So you gotta have respect. And you know how young niggas is sometimes, though. They don't respect it. They think that because they got that they can come and get some shit. And so he thought he was gonna get Jada away from Will. He didn't know where to stop it. I think so. He was salty because she wasn't gonna leave him. She was salty because she was not gonna leave the father of her children for no under 30-year-old ass nigga. That, you know what I mean? So then he came out with the story as a reaction. That's where that came from. He was mad. He leaked the story, yes. Oh. And then she got out ahead of it and was just like, okay, look, y'all, red table talk. We got called conference. You know what I'm saying? That's what. Blah, 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 this is what happened. And we told that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I told that nigga that, you know, this is my husband, blah, blah, blah. That's what it was supposed to be the whole time. You know, and she let him down softly.
He's suicidal.
He mad. Yeah, he mad. He mad.
Where's he at now?
Exactly. Now, because he did. He dropped his little entanglement song right after that. Yeah. He came out with an album. You ain't heard shit. Nigga, Will Smith can still get you blackballed, bitch. Like, you dumb fuck. He didn't think that one through.
Big Willie style.
Big Willie style, right. Wild West. He could do it with his Wild West fucking outfit on, nigga. And that was the wackest shit. Yeah, you were getting jiggy with it. Yeah. So,
goddamn,
you know what I mean? And so, you know, this motherfucker got a little ahead of his britches. Bam. He leaked the story. Now we got the entanglement. Now, from that moment, everybody and their grandma got an opinion now about their fucking relationship. Everybody from all the blogs, they talking about, Will, you a sucker, you a simp, blah, blah, blah. You got the lung again there. Now y'all shit on, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So he's been hearing nothing but he's been hearing that shit since 2018. That's 4 years. Okay. Not only has he been having to deal with that, but he had to deal with the whole Tupac thing coming up last year again. And everybody saying, she keep on doing these posts. What's up with that? So questioning their marriage. How real is that shit? So, Will Smith must be a sucker. This nigga still talking about a dead nigga. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? You got all these niggas sending you this shit on social media and shit. You done do some shit like, you so cold that you done inspired a new rap nigga to make a whole song about your ass and include you in the video, plus put you on the remix, in which you came off on it. That shit's hard. That shit hard as fuck. That shit's hard. So that was like a little injection that he got for giving, you know, it's like, you know, giving it, you know, paying it forward type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hold up. So that right there is star power. He, off the momentum of that and his social media presence, because that's the thing that Will Smith did do this whole time that he been quiet. He developed, he showed the stars how to do the social media shit.
He has been staying relevant.
Man, listen. As corny as y'all motherfuckers want to say he look on a hang glider, that nigga staying relevant and he's still getting paid.
He's smart with the shit.
Right, exactly. He ain't no dummy. He never was.
He's very good at marketing his brand.
Man, that's the thing. He's a brand first. He's a brand first. The actor, rapper, whatever. No, he's his brand first. And so fast forward now. Oh Lord. Fast forward now. Where we at? Where they at? Okay. Fast forward to now. This year. We got the Oscars. Okay. Now, last year, Will Smith did a brilliant job in that King Richard shit, boy. He fucking worked that part out. I said, Big Willie back. Big Willie is back. He's back so much that they was giving him an Academy Award. Now, lest he know it, which I didn't think he did know it at that point. However, that's the moment.
Like get the award.
That he was gonna get the award. I don't think he knew that. Yeah. But because I doubt he would have done that if he would have known he was gonna get it. I think he figured that he was not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, and plus two, I think in that moment, that little moment of humiliation that Chris Rock just out. And again, now this is after a nigga that heard for 4 years, nigga, you a sucker ass nigga, blah blah blah, and motherfuckers talking all this shit. Right. And then you got this nigga doing the ultimate punk out on y'all.
What he laughing
at first, but hold up, you've been in the situations though where sometimes a motherfucker might talk about you with somebody that you with, and you be like, oh, at first you catch yourself and be like, oh shit, nah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that happens. That's natural. Not at that point. But I do think the added thing on with that was he looked at Jada right, and he saw that she had the Hillary Clinton look on her face.
She was hurt by it.
And so that nigga in that moment, I think that's when it clicked. That's when it clicked that okay, all these motherfuckers is clowning me. This bitch, this ugly ass nigga up here that now 2 years ago on the Oscars tried to get on her about the entanglement shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, try to bust her out, whatever, blah blah blah, make fun of me and shit. Okay, you got that off for that year.
Right.
Come on now, any of y'all niggas can say way less to y'all motherfuckers and to set y'all off over that shit.
I mean, but Chris Rock's hosting the thing.
Nah. Well, the thing is,
style. That's
well,
then,
style. Well, so then, would you expect?
So then you kind of expect
okay,
that going
no, but you don't expect. Listen, you don't expect to, like, say for instance,
but I mean,
if Meryl Streep came in there with
if
Meryl Streep was suffering from cancer of any type or any type of muscular dystrophy, any of those shits,
right,
and then she came in there in a wheelchair like da. Right. And if he would have said anything about that white woman,
right,
you understand what I'm saying? Then the whole world would have been on his ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
However. And hold up. And on top of that, let's not forget, you just produced a documentary just a few years ago called Good Hair about black women's hair and how these motherfucking products, how all these people are making money off of that shit, but how they still try to make them, belittle them into thinking that their hair is nasty or is fucked up, whatever, being natural. Right. You had the nerve, you know what I'm saying, to make a comment about a black woman's hair.
Right.
In front of an audience of nothing but honkies.
Right.
Excuse my language. I will edit that out and post.
Why?
Because honkies is so. There ain't nowhere we can come up with that equals nigga in their lives. So it's just, to me, it's a waste of breath. You know what I'm saying? Cracker don't do shit. Cracker's like, nigga, you eat that. That shit's good. It goes great with soup. You know what I'm saying? Right, fucking cave bitches. Yeah, but they don't be getting it. I'm like, dude, you from the, that's why you look so light skinned, dumbass. Anyway,
north of the equator.
Right. Snow and shit. You look like the Descent. You remember that movie, right? With all the ghouls and shit. Anyway, so yeah, the spirit of Tupac in that moment. He reached beyond the grave. Everything was lining up for this moment here. And I'm saying, walk with me now. He reached him from the grave. He said, well, look, nigga, I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your motherfucking life. You don't get up there and do something. Now, he did that shit all within a split nanosecond in Jesus language. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga was like, boop. He got right up. Like, all right, I got you. He came up, fix this cover, bro. That shit right there.
Hit that nigga with the most famous Hollywood smacker ever.
Swap!
That nigga said.
And you heard that shit on the microphone. It was like poof.
My thing is the follow through.
He went all the way through with it.
This nigga's been
which
playing
made
golf.
it at first. Which made it at first seem like it was a little. It seemed like it was staged at first. So everybody got to playing slow motion and doing all that shit and blah. Because it kind of looked like it might have been a stage slap.
And then my nigga fixed his pants on the walk off.
Right. Hold up. And he nodded at somebody. Like, mother, I better not hear you say shit else about that bitch. You know what I mean? So in that moment,
shouts out to the Libras out here.
But in that moment also, Jada,
you know that nigga Libra.
In the moment, the instant gratification, she laughed. Oh. But then all of a sudden, 2 days later now, she starts to distance herself from Will.
She laughed at
him slapping her. Yeah. Yes. All the way until the point he got off the stage. She was like,
right.
And then when she started saying, keep my wife's name out your mouth, that's when she started to get embarrassed.
Right.
And then that's why, a couple days later, she was talking about, I didn't need Will to protect me, or, I didn't ask him to do that, blah, blah, blah. It's like she flipped on him.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden now, and at that point, all this shit started coming out in the fucking media. She's doing all these interviews talking about how, Will, she wasn't supposed to, talking about her mother, was telling her not to marry him. All these people were talking about not marrying him. And now all of a sudden they're getting a divorce. Right now.
Now they're getting
right now. Yeah, exactly. All this after the Oscars, after he in her honor, but again, she didn't ask him to do it. So I ain't gonna give him that in her honor thing. But he did that. He did that shit on some man shit because you bitches ain't gonna keep fucking clowning me. You know what I'm saying? For real. That was some shit that any motherfucker would have did in his motherfucking shoes. I'm sorry. And if you wouldn't.
Well, I guess the bottom line is this. In a very problematic world, all we can do is just atone, apologize, try to undo a little bit of that stuff from the people that you, or to the people, from the people that you hurt, whatever, however you want to put it. Pay it forward. No, it's perfect. I hope that the Smiths can figure some stuff out, more so for their marriage, because I'm sure, even though the kids are grown, this whole thing is probably traumatic. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that's related to them, and everybody that's been, even kind of led by or inspired by the story of happiness and progressive attitudes within a black family. Talk about the Smiths, in case you're wondering. Also, double down on the apologies for, you know what I'm saying, anything I might have said in my art back in the past that might have been problematic, or that people thought that was made them uneasy. If my language was that reflected at the time, please know that that's simply what it was, and that I love all of my communities and sub communities. I want to see us all shine. I want to see us all win. Don't necessarily like the ignorant motherfuckers, and there are ignorant motherfuckers in every single tribe that you can think of. So no one's much better than the next. And just try a little bit of kindness, y'all. I know it's really hard out here on your mentals. We're going through some unprecedented shit. I know y'all tired of hearing that word too, but we can make it. We can do some stuff. We can work with some stuff. We got a lot of stuff to work with. So it's just up to us to heed the call, and be humble enough to accept our part in things, and accept where we need to be overly vigilant about fixing. All right. So anyway, I'm your host, Kevin Kaoz. I want to thank again my guest co-host, Facey, for being on with me, and we'll be tune in, in the next couple of weeks. When's that next one gonna go? This one's gonna go live on the Monday, the Memorial Day Monday. Guess we'll be looking at another one. I need these things to work right. Of course, they never do. Jesus. Today's the 27th. So yeah, the second week in June basically is when it's gonna come out, the second Monday. So be sure to be watching out for that. Slow crawl, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get it up. We're gonna get it together. I'm your host, Kevin Kaoz, and this is The Meat. Love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.